We're pulling down banners for days in this episode. Hey guys, Taki here. This is part 3 of my maxing series for Runescape 3. If you haven't had a chance to check out the other episodes in this series, feel free to click the annotation in the top corner of your screen, or check the description box for links below. This video covers the last double XP weekend, and we made some massive gains. Let's get into it. I'm starting off the weekend with a pretty loose schedule of what I want to do. There's so many things that I could focus on that I'm probably going to end up bouncing around a lot, but I've set a goal to try to get at least 599s during the weekend. Right now I'm cutting all the gemstones that I've received from PVM this past year to boost my crafting level. I ran out of dragon stones and my other types of gems, so I've moved on to diamonds, which still have pretty good XP rates, but I don't nearly have enough crafting supplies to get 99, so I'm going to have to think of something else as I go along with this one. Right now I'm sitting at 95 crafting, which I got primarily from AFKing harps. My original plan for this skill was to just AFK all the way to 99, but I don't really feel like dragging out the process of maxing this skill that much, so I'm going to try to just buy stuff as the weekend progresses. While I'm waiting on some supplies to buy on the G, I'm just going to start using my combat dummies. Ideally I would get these 99s by doing some elite dungeon runs, but there are other skills that are higher on my priority list for this weekend, so this is going to be the extent of my combat experience. And we got 95 strength and another 200,000 experience in combat. And this is my final dummy. I got 750k experience, so I'm just going to finish up this one and start doing something else, but the experience for doing these is actually really nice to save up for double XP weekend. I knew that I definitely wanted to do fletching as one of my guaranteed 99s this weekend. I had a lot of the broad arrow supplies already stocked up from doing dailies, so this is going to be pretty easy to do. It's just very click intensive, so I can't AFK as much as I was for doing crafting or for doing combat, so I'm going to probably just flake out a little bit from doing this from time to time, and it's going to take me a while to get this to 99. Now, broad arrows are something that I never did on my main. I did the traditional just fletching bows, but if you just see the XP rates for doing something like this, even if it's not on double XP weekend, it's just so fast. It's not really worth doing traditional fletching. The XP breakdown for this is something like 3 GP per XP, which is super good. You can make that money back super fast. And we just reached the first big milestone, which is 85 fletching. We can now make magic shield bows, but I don't think that I'll ever be doing those on this account. I've got a lot more broad arrows, so we're just going to keep fletching away here. A little bit of a time skip for you. Put another 2 mil on the XP tracker, you can see in the bottom left hand corner, and we are about to ding 90, which is another milestone. Just a quick little update, I'm probably going to have to trade over some supplies from my main, which also has like 200,000 arrowheads in its bank. I have 159,000 headless arrows, so I can make a lot. I can definitely get all the way to 99, but I'm going to need to get more supplies to be able to make the rest of the way to 99. Right now I have 39,000 left, and these go pretty quickly. And we're finally at 4.1 mil on the XP tracker. I've run out of arrowheads at this point, so I'm going to have to try to find something else to do. I have enough stuff to be able to start working on smithing, so I'm going to take a little bit of a detour right now because I don't want to stop what I'm doing on my main to trade over some supplies. So I'm going to take a quick break from fletching, a much needed break because this is kind of monotonous, and I'm going to start doing something a little bit more AFK. I talked about this a little bit in my last video, AFK Saren Stones all the way to 99, so I have 11,000 corrupted ore, and I'm going to use this in combination with some bars to get all the way to 99, but this part right here is enjoyable because it's very AFK. Quick little progress on the smithing journey. I put 4 mil on the counter, which is basically the length of one movie that I was watching. I'm almost out of the corrupted ore at this point. I've got 2,600 left, which is kind of sad. I'm almost also out of my bonus experience, but I should have more than enough to get all the way to 99. I'm just going to be having to use some different materials to get the rest of the way there. Another time skip for you. I got to 6.3 mil on the counter. I ran out of my corrupted ore and I switched over to protean bars. I used a little bit more than I wanted to. I'm about to ding 99, but I have a lot of bonus experience left over, which kind of sucks because I overshot that by a lot, but I'm really glad to finally have this one in the bag. Now, one thing that I super messed up on my journey to 99 smithing was to make augmented hammers. I only started doing it when I was around 97, so I missed out on a ton of invention experience, which sucks because it's basically lossless at that point, and it's just unfortunate. I wanted to do another AFK skill, partly because I couldn't buy a pitch can on the GE, so I just decided to use my magic logs, but this time I remembered to augment my tinderbox, so I was able to get a lot of invention experience, which helped out a lot given that my invention level is not that high. But here we have it with 99 fire making, and it's really nice to have this one finally done. Skipping forward a little bit with 3 extra mil fletching, I started using my Silverhawk boots, which I should have already done, but I forgot how many untradeable feathers I had stocked up this year, so you'll be able to start seeing my agility gains on the tracker now. We're at 98 fletching, and we have 9.6 mil XP on the tracker, which is massive. I'm a little bit sad that I missed this. I was AFKing real hard on this when I dinged 99. We got 10.2 mil on the tracker, and the message popped by while I was loading up my recorder, so I missed it, but this will have to do. Back to crafting, which you can now also see on the tracker. I decided to use my gems to make amulets because I couldn't buy other supplies for a reasonable price, and I also don't feel like I'm in enough of a hurry to spend a ton of money on this skill. So far I've profited around 40 mil doing summoning exchanges, so it's been a nice weekend. While I was training my other skills, I put in buy offers for cut dragon stones, as I knew that they would be very cheap on the market. I was able to get a good amount of these for 750 each, which puts the profit per amulet at 2.7k each, so this is going to be some really nice extra cash when I'm done with all of these. Still plugging away on these amulets. I've got 250k agility experience from my Silverhawks, and I've done almost 800k crafting from just making these necklaces, and we're about to ding 98 crafting. Almost out of Silverhawks and supplies for amulets. I'm starting to go a little bit crazy doing these because of how much slower they are from the other skills that I've been training this weekend. I think I'm going to have to take another break from this and think of some other ways to finish this out. I initially didn't intend on doing any cooking this weekend, but I couldn't pass up how cheap and OP it is to make wines with a yak during double XP weekend. So I'm going to plug away several thousand of these bad boys to boost my cooking level to around 94, so that way I can train this skill outside of the weekend. We got a little bit of a sidetrack again here. I forgot that I had a boatload of tokens to turn in for this Runecaper event, so I think I finally found a way to finish off my crafting. We have 1.5 mil cooking XP on the tracker, and we're going to basically dump a crap load of stars and lamps on stuff that I don't like. Essentially my priority for this is crafting experience, cooking experience to a little bit of an extent, prayer experience, and divination experience. I had to take another little break from crafting, so I did some more cooking. We're at 3.2 mil on the counter, but I ran out of wine, so now we're on to diamond amulets. I ran out of my dragon stones, and we got 2 mil on the counter on our way to 99. And here we are, we're about to ding 99, and crafting is done. After crafting, I went back to cooking. We put another mil on there before I ran out of grapes. The XP is really nice, but my goal was basically just to get to 94. We did 10k wines before I ran out of grapes, which is not too bad. I just wanted to put myself in a situation where I could cook sharks without burning them, and I can easily do 99 cooking outside of this weekend, so it's not too important for me to finish this. We are getting close to the end of the weekend, so I decided to move over to my next main goal, which is to finish off divination, and it's a long grind. I ran out of my bonus experience, so it's a little bit slow going at this point. You can now see that divination is on the tracker all the way at the bottom. At this point in the weekend, I really want to be AFKing, but the XP per hour is so much faster if you just 2-tick this thing by clicking on it. That being said, the weekend is about to wind down here. It's at night now. On the tracker, we can see that we have 10 mil for fletching, 6 mil for smithing, 4 mil for fire making, 2 mil for crafting, but I didn't count the initial amount that I was getting before I started tracking stuff. We have 1.6 mil for invention, 400k for agility, we have 4.5 mil for cooking, and we are going to end the weekend with 530k XP for divination as we reach level 95. With the last few moments that I have in this clip, I want to talk about my plans for the rest of this series. I have 4 more episodes mapped out that should result in me maxing, but I want to leave some choice for viewer suggestions. In my 4th episode, I will be finishing divination, cooking, and one other skill, which will either be hunter, thieving, or a combat skill. If you'd like to vote on either of these 3 skills, leave a comment in the box below, and I will do the option with the most support. Quick quick little bonus for those of you that made it to the end of this video. This is just a little update on my main. I like to do this from time to time. This entire double XP weekend I've just been AFKing 120 fishing, and I was able to get the Bubbles pet at 70 mil fishing experience. I'm currently at 74 right now, but I did 71 on double XP weekend, and then the rest is just afterwards. I was also able to get to 120 invention from fishing, which was a really long process, but in total I've made 35 mil from all of the fish that I've gotten since I was around, I believe, 114. That's all for this one. Until next time, Taki out.